Hey everyone, this is DigitalNinjaLee playing Valkyria Chronicles 4, Chapter 13, Waiting for Springtime, the Resistance Mission. I get an A rank on this in 2 turns. It's really not too bad. One of the important things, so the layout I do use Ronald the other tank. I have a scout at the bottom. I'm actually going to switch these. I'm going to have, either way, it doesn't really matter. Basically, you just want the scout that's at the top to have the command feature. I choose Minerva up there just because she has a little bit more HP. And then you want 2 shocks up there with the scout. And like I said, the scout at the bottom. You're gonna want another shock on the right side. An engineer, which isn't 100% necessary, but just in case something happens to your tank, it's nice. A sniper, and then Riley at the bottom there too. One of the important things you're going to want to do is to make sure Riley, for her weapon, has one that does a lot of damage to armor. So right now the top one is whatever, like 1380, but you know, you kind of lack some range and accuracy there, so that's why I'm using the Elias MA6, which you should have this by this point in the story, so it's not like it's anything special. And the other really important thing too is you're gonna want to have the smoke from the tank. So I know it's like a big block to use the smoke, but it's pretty vital the way I'm doing this, using the smoke. I suppose you could use the defense up too and basically do the same thing, but I feel like the smoke, I mean, it's only 1 turn. Or 1 CP, and you know. Anyway, so this first person here, I'm going to shoot the scout. Try to get them right when you view it. I've noticed that the closer I was to the scout, the more chances and the more likely that they duck it, and that just kind of sucks. So definitely try to, sometimes you can even get to the point where they don't even see you, or they don't even start shooting at you, but you can still shoot at them. That would be the ideal, just because if they duck, it's just so annoying, and it's just, I mean, since this is the beginning, I guess you could just reload and do the battle, but, you know, I'm trying to make this so it's, you know, pretty much foolproof no matter what. And that's why I use the grenade on this guy as well, just so he doesn't duck it. Also, I don't want to get too close because I'm going to do something a little tricky here. So this one scout that's just laying there by himself, I'm going to have him turn toward me. The reason why is, you'll see in a second here, I use Kai to snipe him, and there are a few instances where I would snipe him and he would duck. So that's why I make him turn around like that, because it's, like I said, I feel like it's the best way to ensure that you definitely will get that kill with surprise attack. He won't duck it or anything like that. So next I have Kai just kind of come out in the middle here. Really the only reason is to clean up something if Riley shot doesn't work, but I mean, it ends up working here, so I'll explain that in a second. So I use the other shock, get this trooper out here in the corner. Reason why I get him really is just, I'm trying to get a lot of the enemies that can go towards the base and capture it at this point. So that's why I went for that scout that's at the most southern part of the map, and the other one that's by the southeast part of the map with the ladder. Anyway, and then I go use Lily again to go for this trooper here. I don't think you'll be able to make it to the base, but it still is just best to not have him close by. So I take him out with the flamethrower and then have Lily station here because there's one enemy that comes from this side and tries to go to the base too, and usually she takes care of him, not all the time, but usually. So this is what's really important with the Grenadier, to have that powerful against armor weapon, because there's these 2 heavy AT cannon and some sort of machine gun cannon, I think, up here. So you're gonna want to go for the heavy AT cannon, and luckily enough, with the damage that this particular weapon does, it actually destroys both of the mounted weapons up there. And that's why Kai's kind of there, because in case the blast doesn't kill the other heavy Gatling gun over there, she can kind of bat us clean up. So it kind of helps out. So that's it for that. So in front of you, you'll see those wooden panels. So there's a tank hidden behind there. So that's what I'm going for next. And luckily there's a little rag and a crate right behind it, so you can just kind of take it out super easily. So you'll see here, just kind of running through, boom, and then just gonna take the tank out with the rag and crate. Otherwise, the tank would just come out and be, you know, try to kill as many people as it could right from the get-go. So yeah, kind of try to save my behind there, make sure the back of the tank isn't exposed. And the next thing I'm going to do with Riley, I'm going to do one more thing, is so in the base in the middle, I'm going to try to go for the shock trooper there. I'm not expecting to kill him, really. All I'm expecting to do is just take that sandbag out, because I'm going to eventually head over there. And it's a lot easier if there's not a sandbag there, because if there's a sandbag there, he can take so much more damage. So yeah, like it really, you just want to take the sandbag out. I mean, if you do some damage on him too, that's great, because what actually happens here is he actually runs toward Riley up here, and he ends up dying from the tank. So from the machine gun to the tank. So that's actually really convenient. I wasn't even expecting that when I was doing this playthrough, but you know, I'll take it. I mean, the alternative would be is when I go up there, you know, I'd be able to shoot him then. And then here, you know, trying to take the sniper out, you know, in my experience too, a lot, he's ducked with those shots. So definitely be careful with that, because he might just not, you know, not get hit. So ending the phase with 2 extra CP, and that's pretty important, because I use a lot of CP for my next turn here. So yeah, next you're just gonna do the enemy. They're gonna come up along you, and like I said, this one over here will get taken out by Lily, and then luckily there's another shock trooper. Oh, sorry, no, he doesn't get taken out by Lily. He gets he actually goes for Riley in this turn, but luckily she's still able to take it. Sometimes he does that, goes right behind that tank, and sometimes he just goes for the scout on the south side. But you know, either way, it's still okay. And then there's a sniper. He always peeks out and peeks back in. It's, you know, it's kind of annoying, but what can you do? And then this is something that is pretty lucky, that this trooper, the shock, decides to try to gum up and go to Riley, I believe, but he gets taken out too.
Understood.
So I first take out the shock because, the shock, just because I am going to be having enemies go near him, so it's better to have him be defeated than doing any damage to your group of people that are going to be coming up next.
Okay, moving out.
So here's the, I guess tricky part is, not really tricky, but like you're gonna try to position your smoke in the right direction. So you want to get it so that the machine gun doesn't shoot at you and the scout doesn't shoot at you. And if that shock wouldn't have walked up, also the shock not to shoot at you if he's still alive, because he can do a lot of damage to your characters. Next, I'm going to use Minerva with the command feature, take the 2 shocks with me, as you see here. And one of the things that you got to watch out for is the grenadier does start to shoot at you, and if the grenadier gets it in the smoke, then it clears it all out. So you gotta kind of make sure you walk when he's like kind of reloading, I guess, just so he doesn't shoot at you. And right here I'm just making sure. I thought the shot would be good, that when it's in the smoke it doesn't give like a nice reticle, so I was just making sure that it wouldn't hit the flagpole there. So take him out, capture the base, and then I'll start heading up the ladder.
All according to plan.
I got this.
So here you're pretty open to what you want to do. You can take out the grenadier first. You can take out this shock, and if the sniper is still alive, you can take him out too. And then there is another optional enemy. You'll see. I think Raz will encounter him here in a second. You'll see he's right up there across the way. Optional to take him out. I do in this instance. And this is basically me just not wanting to go all the way to expose the enemy up here at the next base.
Hey Raz, check this out.
So with this shock, I take the grenadier out. Make sure you always try to get a surprise attack, because again, they could duck, and it's so annoying when they do that. But I'm gonna take him. Zyga's gonna go to the next base, and there's one enemy waiting there for you. I believe it's a scout, and you just gotta take him out when you go up to him.
Enemy spotted.
Just watch! I'm a Federation officer. I will not fall here.
So with Minerva, I do take out this scout that's across the way, but it's not super necessary because it's not like they're gonna have another turn for that scout to follow you, but I do it just in case. I mean, you could have her go down and just try to take out this the scout right here, which may have been better, but I mean, either way really works. I still have enough turns at the end.
Understood. Let's go.
Easy.
I can still keep going. Oh yeah.
They've taken our base. I need ammo now.
Enemy spotted.
So I capture the base, and I'm getting Zyga close up to the tank, and there is I think there's a shock up there on the top left corner too. So here's where I'm going to use some of the orders. First thing I'm going to do is rapid deployment. I'm going to get a Lancer out, and then I'm going to up hit just his defense, and then take out the tank. So there is a Ragnar crate right beside there, so you could really, I mean, I could have probably taken Zyga up there and done it too, and again, this would decrease the amount of CP that I'm using, but either way works. When I played this, I honestly completely forgot that there was a Ragnar crate right beside the tank there, so that's why I end up using a little bit more turns than,
Defensive formation. Brace for enemy attack.
or rather a little bit more CP than I thought that I might use, but I mean, either way works. It's within 2 turns. So you'll see here I take the Lancer up and I go, and defeat this tank by shooting the Ragnar crate that's right beside it. Defense boost is paramount here because otherwise getting shot by both the tank and the shock over there would definitely kill you. Believe me, I tried it. So he gets a little damage there. Luckily he has the defense boost, so he's all good to go. And then the last CP action that I do here is actually, I could have done this with Zyga too, probably. Maybe, I don't know. He doesn't have a lot of walking room, so that's why I choose Minerva. Because you know, scouts do tend to have a little bit more distance to go. I mean, he's pretty close to it though, so I think I'll be okay. Either way, even if she wouldn't have had this double movement, I would have grenaded this guy, and then I would have had the Lancer take the point for the last turn. So either way would work. Like I said, maybe not use the Lancer, maybe just use Zyga with the defense boost, so you're not doing 2 CP to do the rapid deployments. Either way really works. But in any case, I mean, it still works within 2 turns. Still good to go, relatively short time compared to when I first did this mission, and I was just trying to go straight through. Like go the side and then go straight through. It was not a good efficient way. But anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. I hope this helped you beat this mission if you're having any troubles with it. And I will be releasing the other missions and when expert mode comes out for the skirmishes. So keep a lookout for those, or if you're in the future, go check them out. Thanks for watching, everyone.